Struggling actor, you know, the biggest problem you have is not having work. I mean, we've seen it for so many big stars. They're huge for a period, aren't they? In a big hit TV show, we watch them every single week. We like them, we buy the magazine covers with them on, and then they fade from obscurity. You saw it for so many years with all those major big stars. You know, it's a strange thing I often see around London, quite near to where I'm based. The brilliant actor David Soul, who used to be in Starsky and Hutch. And it's so strange, isn't it? Because you see them in a normal surrounding. And he's a lovely man, actually, very, very down to earth. But, you know, when you're looking at younger people, they do not realise that they're standing near the man that was in the Aaron Spelling production of Starsky and Hutch, one of the biggest shows alongside Paul Michael Glazer and the biggest cars in the world. Let's not forget the car was the star, wasn't it? It's a little bit like, what was that one? Knight Rider with David Hasselhoff. Interviewed him, by the way. He fell asleep during the interview. Yeah, I'll share that. Well, I can't tell you why. It's not, I wasn't boring. Don't be ridiculous. Me boring? No, I could have kept him awake. Something dropped him off, but we'll leave it there. Back as ever, of course, to your breaking royal story of the day. Now, what's interesting about this particular story, you've seen it develop over the last few days, you see. And we told you originally how this one-time co-star of Meghan Markle, Patrick J. Adams, was, oh, the besties of chums, you know, playing alongside her for many years, very negative about our wonderful British monarchy, couldn't say enough negativity about them. And then, of course, you know, the problem was that there he did. He made this big faux pas. He crossed the line. Yes, with Dame Meghan, we've seen it so many times, as I've told you. You cross the line, you're hung out to dry. It's a bit like wash day, a couple of pegs, and there you hang forever, unless she decides, of course, to forgive you. But now, what's interesting is this. Patrick, as we know, that was his big break. Alongside many people in that big hit show, it was the thing that everybody looked at and thought, oh, you know, it's a good show. But he hasn't really appeared in much things, you know, anything really big since then. His last big starring role, he was walking down the road to St. George's Chapel, the guest of Meghan and Harry. Couldn't be fagged to invite her father, but a little known co-star, she could, because of course that was photographs, wasn't it? They beamed around the world alongside other people that she didn't know. Yes, the Clooneys and Oprah Winfrey, but of course, there was a game plan there. Now, is there a game plan for Patrick J. Adams? You see, as we now see, he's had to take all of those pictures down from social media. Allegedly, Meghan was unhappy with some of the more intimate shots, and we're not quite sure exactly who owns them, suggesting that she may own her own image now in this elevated position of an ex-royal. This is how it goes, you see. Now, what's interesting, though, is that publishers are circling Mr. Adams, and this could be very lucrative for him. Now, here's the deal. They could go along with the, oh, you know, we just kind of want your story. What was it like working on Suits? It's so big now on the reruns on Netflix. It'd be great to share your big story. What they really want, of course, is the story about Meghan. What was she like? Was she friendly with her father at that particular period? Now, this is the danger when you are in a position like Meghan Markle. If you treat people like that and cast them aside like an OJ cloth, then the bottom line is at some point they're going to get angry. Money's on the table, and it just depends how much money. Now, I'm not suggesting for one moment that Mr. Adams will be actually signing on the line, but as these people circulate and the publishing houses need these type of books, particularly by people who've been very close to Meghan for a number of years, it will be worth a lot. A temptation that even he, as a former star of Suits, may be unable to resist. Will Meghan care? I doubt it. But on the other side of the coin, it would be another expose that she could do without. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.